Hello, you guys. How are y'all doing this Sunday? I hope y'all are doing great. Hope y'all had an amazing Sunday. Y'all, we are here for BMF on Stars. Okay, this is BMF season 1, episode 4, Heroes. When I heard that title, I just thought of that David Bowie song, Heroes. We could be heroes just for one day. Yes. But here we go. Okay. I just kind of had like a moment after watching the first couple of scenes in this episode because I usually do like 4 scenes and then I record again. But so let's get into it. I'll get to that point when I get to that point. Okay. So we start with the episode. We start off with the boys going no, we start off with young Meech. They look like they about good old 11, 12 years old, okay? Young Meech. He's at the corner store, okay? And he getting some food, some bread and some milk and everything like that. He sees some two girls that he goes to school with. He feeling up on this girl named Simone, okay? He trying to flirt with her and everything like that. Her friend being a little friends, that one friend that be like, she don't want nothing to do with you. You ain't all that anyway. That one friend, yeah. Um, he tells her, so you going to Mikey's birthday party, and girl, the rude friend, she like, what? We gonna ride up on your BMX? He was like, it ain't all about that. What people got, it's all about how you move and everything like that. And so they wanted to buy like some better made hot chips and some sodas. Look here, them better made hot chips, chef's kiss. The barbecue too, but the hot one goes. All right, if you from Michigan, you from the Midwest, you know what's up. Okay, better made hot chips good. So he goes to pay for them. Okay, and he tells the girls, how about you go wait outside? The girls was like, no, it's cold outside. We want to stay in here with the heat. The cashier, he like, come on, Nisha, you gotta hurry up. Come on, gotta hurry up. The food stamps. When they heard food stamps, them girls turned their nose up and say, "Ugh, you got some food stamps? See, we should have been messing with this broke dude." Ugh. I said, "Ooh, ooh." I don't like. Mm. You know how rude people are, especially kids. Look here, kids who are unfortunate. Okay, have to have some food stamps and everything like that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. At least you got food in your stomach. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. They don't care if it's food stamps or not. It don't matter. But those girls are very judgy, okay? And so he goes outside and they pay for his stuff too. They pay for his milk and bread and everything like that. So he goes outside and his BMX, his bike is knocked over. I'm pretty sure them girls knocked his BMX bike over. So Pat, Pat, okay. Pat, he comes over and he was like, look here, young blood, I saw what happened. Don't let anybody, judge you for what you got. It's okay. He gives him some money and he was like, okay, you go, show them girls out, whatever. I'm like, don't be trying to buy those girls affection. They don't mean nothing to you, Big Meech. But look here, it's the late 70s and people was trying to impress girls. Dudes was trying to impress girls way too much for no reason. But Meech, he started talking about Pat. People said how Pat was like, the black Superman, black Robin Hood, and everything like that. Athletes, politicians, policemen, people were just bragging about how great Pat was. So they get to present day, which is 1980 something. They go north of 8 Mile. Um, in like the Metro Detroit, Oakland County area around there, Detroit, Novi, Ann Arbor, that's Metro Detroit, that's Oakland County. That is, full of suburbs and everything like that. There's a whole bunch of cities full of suburbs. Troy, Ann Arbor, Novi, Detroit, full of like suburban neighborhoods and everything like that. And then there are some that are considered quote unquote urban, inner city neighborhoods, okay? So they are north of 8 Mile, which is predominantly suburban, which is at that time, suburban house, everything like that. So they go into his house. I said, first of all, who house is this? They don't say who house this is. It's a stash house. So I'm guessing this is Pat house. Because it ain't your house, Meech. It ain't your house, Terry. No, so it's somebody's house. I guess it's Pat. Okay. And so Terry was like, you should have helped out with the mortgage. Now mom and dad fighting. Dad left. Misha was like, you should be thankful that y'all butts ain't out homeless on the street. He was like, you know what? But it still is messed up because mom and dad are fighting. We don't know what's gonna happen. Then we see Kato, her snake self, and then old boy who part of the 50 boy crew. They wondering where B Mickey is. We ain't talked to B Mickey. We don't know where B Mickey is. He just told me to come here, drop off the money and everything like that. And so they go and they gotta go with the food truck. But then Terry, he pulls out from underneath the couch the stash bag and he was like, look here, we only got about 3 days, worth of this stuff. We need to get some more product, okay? So Meech, he goes to Pat and he telling Pat, look here, Pat, here's some money. I want to buy 3 kilos of Coke right now. Pat was like, young blood, you can't be doing all that. You moving a little bit too fast. You need to just slow down. I'm gonna give you this, and that's it. Meech was like, come on, bro, like we ready. Like me and Terry, we wanna. They just eager to go out there. Look here, Pat got a little bit too much bass in his voice and started yelling at me, saying, y'all not ready, okay? You're not ready, so calm down. I'll just give you a kilo and we'll see what happens there. And I'm like, this dude is coming down from a high. Y'all remember when I told y'all, don't get high off your own supply, right? That's what Pat is doing, okay? Rock, who is Pat's right hand man, gives Misha kilo, and he basically tells him that look here, Pat is smoking rocks. Okay, he's smoking rocks. He's smoking crack. Okay, y'all know the difference. Coke is powder. Okay, Coke is powder. Crack is the rocks. So Pat is smoking crack. Okay, and Rock tells him that. Okay, and basically Rock is just putting it out there. Look here, if y'all wanna, branch out, I'll be there to help you. Okay, that's what Rock said to Meech. So then they drive in Terry and Meech, and um, Meech finally tells Terry that Pat is smoking crack. Okay, and so they are trying to figure out a way how can they kind of form this new partnership with somebody else and not Pat. So one is talking about working with K9, the other one's talking about working with somebody else. So Meech was like, look here, we gonna go work with K9. Terry was like, look here, man, I'm tired of you, and making up all the rules and everything like that. Let me say something, okay? Meech was like, look here, I thought about your plan, but mine sound a lot better, so we gonna go there. And so here's my thing. Who I had a moment. Y'all remember the moment I told you about earlier? Okay, so the person who does the voiceover for Big Meech. I told y'all in the last review, I don't think that the actual Big Meech is doing the voiceover because he in prison and everything. No, I don't think it's him. How many of y'all have seen ATL? Okay, the movie with T.I., Jackie Long, Lauren London, Jason Weaver, Evan Ross. Y'all remember ATL? Nod your heads if y'all remember ATL. Okay, okay. Y'all remember the person who. Y'all remember the ending poem, the poem of ATL, Love the Seat. I think the person who does the voiceover for Big Meech is the person who did the oh, Nat. I'm sorry, y'all. Whoa, Nat. Um, I think the person who did the um poem for ATL, the ending poem for ATL, I think that he is the voiceover for Big Meech on the show because I literally like this voice sounds so familiar. This voice sounds so familiar. Where have I heard this voice before? I literally Googled the poem and his name is Big Rude or something like that. Big Rude. Yeah, Big Rude. I think his name is Big Rude. I'm pretty sure it is. I think that's him. I think that's him that's doing a voiceover for Big Meech. Y'all, I am so stupid. I accidentally stopped. I stopped the original footage that I was gonna do. So this is a new video. Well, new clip. But so we see Terry, they out shopping, okay? And well, for the christening, Terry baby gonna get christened. Well, baptized. Well, christened. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So Wanda, he's shopping for Wanda, okay? This grandma looking outfit, okay, covered up from the neck down. I said, no, no, no. She even said no. Okay. So we see, so they just shopping. Okay. We see the 12th Street Boys. They at Foot Locker shopping for some new shoes. I think they the shoes that Easy E wore. I don't. They're the shoes that Easy E wore. I remember on Complex YouTube, they do the sneaker shopping, and Eminem he was on one, and he bought the shoes that Easy E wore, the same brand that Easy E wore. So those shoes, and then here comes Terry. Terry walks up, and he has this assistant named Darius. I said, since when do you deserve an assistant, sir? Okay, Terry. Okay, so the 12 Street Boys, they was about to do something to Terry, but then his sister Nicole and Wanda, they pull up, and Lamar gave Terry some money to get some diapers, but Terry ain't take the money. Next we see Detective Bryant. Okay, y'all remember last episode that there's a new police chief who is going to be involved in the Drano um case. So just taking down all of the drug dealers in Detroit and River Road and Ecoy. So Ecorse. And they're talking about JMO. JMO hasn't, shown up. And then um Fleming, well Flamel, he went to North Carolina because y'all remember Lamar threatened Flamel when he gets out of the hospital, you better go somewhere else. So we find out that he's in North Carolina. And Detective Charles, he's trying to make up, J-Mo was probably like on a bender with his girlfriend, but then his partner was like, well, he probably buried 6 feet under. And they're trying to pin it on Big Meech, who probably got rid of J-Mo. And, Detective Charles was like, look here, Meech, he doesn't have no criminal record. He's done none of this, so it can't be him. And Detective Brian was like, look here, we are going to look at bank records. We're going to look at, any contacts, check with relatives, check at the park, be on the lookout for where they could be. So then we get to this bar. Meech and Terry are at this bar. And Meech asked the bartender, look here, give these girls over there a bottle and then get a bottle for myself. This older lady, she looked beautiful, by the way. She come up in the bar. Meech was trying to flirt with her, but she wasn't buying it. So Meech leaves and he goes over to the table with the girls. She asked Terry, what's your name? I'm like, girl, Terry, what's your name again? Terry ain't told you his name. So she seemed fishy. I thought she was a cop. So I'm like, I don't trust her. She a cop. And so Meech, he's talking to the girls and Terry flipping out on him and saying how he needs to get his head in the business and stop partying and everything like that. We see Kato and old dude, a part of the 50 boy crew, they in the food truck. Lamar, he comes up and he said, I want a stone burger. And y'all know Kato and Lamar, they in cahoots get together, okay? And so all of a sudden he started telling this lady, who work at the factory. He's like, hey, have you had the stone burger? It's from the secret menu. She like, I want a stone burger and I want a Coke too. I said, girl, you gonna get you a Coke, but not, you gonna get you a pop, but then you actually gonna get a small thing of Coke too. And then the whole 12th Street Boy crew wanted to order stone burger and everything like that, so they closed shop. We see Meech and Terry pull up to the corner store, the same corner store that Meech was in the first scene. And they go out back and Meech saying about how he And the girl had a threesome with another girl, and he was saying that, I did her and I did the friend, and they started doing each other, and I just watched. And Terry was like, did you, have a bite of fruit basket? And Mitch was like, no, I had no bite, bite of the fruit basket. I only met them. I said, okay, y'all, okay, Lil Meech was good. So then here comes Rock. Okay, Rock shows up, and Meech was like, "Yo, have you heard back from anybody about anybody else yet?" He was like, well, I heard somebody, is in Florida. He might be here for a little bit while he's in town. He was like, is he any connection to Pat? He was like, nah, no connection to Pat. All right, then Terry was like, here's, I think it was like, let me do my math correctly. It looked about $10,000, $5,000 each stack. And Rock was like, nah, I ain't a matchmaker, I'm an investor and everything like that. He was like, I want 20 up front, so 20K up front, and then I want 10%, you know. But then Meech was like, nah, we gonna give you 5% on the backslide. And so Terry gave him five five stacks. So no, y'all, I'm horrible at this. He gave him $20,000. There we go. He gave him $20,000. Okay. And so they are gonna be hooking up with somebody in Florida. So we'll see who that person is. That is the matchmaker. Y'all, I did it again where I pressed the stop button instead of the pause button. I'm dummy. I'm a dummy. I know. So okay, so we see Big Meech going over to his baby mama house. His baby mama is played by, what is her name? Saraya, the girl from Empire, okay? Old girl from Empire. She on the show. And that's his baby mama. And he going to visit his baby girl, okay? Baby girl was so cute, okay? Baby hairs was just out there. And they go back and they have sex, okay? So then we see Charles, we see Miss Lucille, we see Terry, and we see Pastor Swift and his niece. Remember Pastor Swift, he was like, my niece is a lawyer and everything like that. So Terry tells, and the family tells her what happened, and she said, look here, what we'll do is that we'll file a malpractice lawsuit, and what will happen is that we'll go to the hospital, and if they start, we ask about records, and if they start freaking out and asking for money up front, then that means they're covering up something. And so it's going to take a process. That's what is going to happen. And so the daddy, he was like, Mr. Charles was like, look here, I don't trust her. I don't trust that lawyer. Is it because Pastor Swift niece? Yes. Okay. He don't trust Pastor Swift. He don't trust the niece either. And so, um, the mama and daddy, they still on the outs because of what Mish did, paying off the mortgage. I said, sir, you can't unpay something that's already paid. You can't do that. So you stuck with it until you got paid the next mortgage, sir. Okay. So we see Lil Meech with his baby mama, and she kicked him out. Okay, after they had got done having sex. Here's my thing: who was the person who decided that? Look here, I'm gonna leave my hair cut, but then at the back, I'm gonna have a rat tail. Who came up with that hairstyle? Because that is the most stupidest hairstyle, right next to the mullet, that I have ever seen in my life. That is the stupidest haircut ever. I remember watching New Edition, uh, watching older New Edition videos, and they all had the little rat tail at the back of their head. That is the ugliest hairstyle ever. That is the stupidest hairstyle ever. Just leave a little piece in the back of my head so I can braid it, okay? Stupid. So we see Kato and the 50 boy crew, rest of the 50 boy crew, they at the factory. They all like around the factory, okay, in case something pull up happen. Hoop, who is part of the 50 boy crew, he was like, something seems off. What if this was Lamar's ploy to, try to lure us all here while they go looking for the stash? Kato's like, he don't know where the stash house is. I said, yes, you do, because you told him where the stash house was, Kato. And so Hope was like, all right, I gotta go and I gotta make sure everything's good. So we see Terry, he getting ready for the christening with Lawanda, and he get a phone call. Um, he meet up with Meech at this like bougie little bar and everything like that. And so they all dressed up and they trying to ask for Ronald Bates Jr. And they just walked by. The hostess was like, niggas. I said, yup, niggas. Okay. And so, because y'all know, black people, we got to act proper in, places like that. All right. Bougie, members only places like that. Okay. We can't be acting up a fool in there. Okay. And so they go to the bar and the waiter, they give him like a couple of shots and a note. It says, meet me outside by the garden. So they go outside. And Meech made sure to drink that alcohol. I said, you better drink all of that alcohol. Do not leave any alcohol unleft. You better drink it. You order an alcoholic drink, you better drink all of the alcohol. Okay? No alcohol gets left behind. We see Hoop going into the stash house. Everything is turned upside down. Everything's turned upside down. Cushions are ripped, slit through. And he sees the compartment of the couch open. That was where all the stash was. That was where the drugs was. That's where the money was. Somebody took it. All of nowhere, gunshot. Bang! Hoop was like, all right, now let's go. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang. They both missing. Okay, they both missed. Old dude run out of bullets. Okay, so Hoop shoots him in the back of the leg. All right, and then old dude, he just wobbling outside. Out of nowhere, Hoop sees two people with these machine guns, and he said, oh no. And they just start blasting. Start going, okay? He get hit and he hides. We hear Lamar say, here, kitty, kitty. And then here come Kato. I said, look at you to the rescue, Kato. Pow, 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 pow. And they run off. They took the stash. Kato, out of face. Out of face, Kato. Out of my face. We see Terry and Meech. They go outside. These two gunmen come up behind them, start patting them. They like, what's going on now? What's going on now? What's going on? Then they put them in a truck. Meech was like, I ain't getting no this truck. I said, you better get your butt in this truck, Meech, now. Get in the truck. So they put Terry. They picked Terry and Meech in the truck and they drive off. I said, oh Lord, no. I said, oh no, 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 no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, guys. So then we see Terry and Meech. They walking through the woods, okay, and they take off their mask. They see Rock, and then here comes Pat. He come up out of nowhere. He pissed. Y'all don't think I don't got ears in the street, eyes on it. You don't think I know what's going on? And so Meech was like, look here, Pat. We tried asking you about up in the volume and everything like that. Then all of a sudden, Pat, I thought he was about to hit Meech, but Pat turned around and he hit Rock with the shovel. Pat was like, I'm not mad at y'all. I'm mad at him. He been doing stuff behind my back and not keeping up with stuff, okay? And so he just started hitting Pat in the head with that shovel. He just started with the shovel, okay? And he told Meech and Terry to bury Rock's body. Y'all, they recreated cleaning out my closet, okay? They recreated cleaning out my closet. So after doing the recreation of cleaning out my closet, okay, Terry is so shook up about what happened. And Terry, you knew, on the first day of class of, being in the drug business 101, you know that when you are in the world of drugs, that there is a 50% chance that you will either be in jail or that you will either be dead. You know that? Did you not read the syllabus that was provided to you by Pat? Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. When you're in the drug game, you should know. It's all glitz and glamour when it comes to the clothes. Speaking of clothes, I am really tired of seeing that beige jacket from Terry in that black leather jacket with the fur collar on me. I'm really sick and tired of seeing them jackets. We on episode 4 and they've been wearing them jackets every single day. Buy some new jackets, okay? Buy some new ones. Y'all got the money, buy y'all some new jackets, okay? People think you in the drug business, you getting money fast, you getting money like that, but getting the cars, getting the clothes, getting all this stuff. But on the other side, you could either go to jail or you'll be buried. You'll be dead. You should know this. You should know this. And me just telling Terry, look here, you just need to swallow it and just push it deep down and just don't think about it. Terry was like, how can I not think about what happened? Okay. And Meech said something to Terry, and Terry was like, "You are so narcissistic." I'm like, "You are finally finding this out about your brother. You're finally finding out that he is a narcissistic person. Okay, it took you this long." Then we see them pull up to B Mickey and Hoop. B Mickey, he tells us that he's been in the hospital with his moms, and tells him, and they tell Terry and Meech that Lamar took everything. How does you know? How do you know it's Lamar? Hoop was like, I heard his voice clear as day. Okay, and look here, they was like only 5 people know about the stash house. You Terry, you Meech, B Mickey, Hoop. Meech was like Kato. Meech Meech was like, it's Kato. Hoop was like, it is not Kato. Kato saved my butt. It can't be her. Mm-mm. So they don't believe that it's Kato, and I said, yes, it is. It's Kato. It's Kato. It's Kato. Okay, she's a snake. It's Kato. And so they trying to figure out what they're gonna do. They're not gonna retaliate. So they just gonna keep quiet for now. Um, the next day, we see them have the christening for the baby. Do I think that Snoop should have been the pastor of this show? No, no, no. I'm not believing it with Snoop. It could have been somebody else. And who was that gospel singer? I was thinking it was CC Winans. I don't think it was CC Winans. I think it was somebody else. But they start doing a christening, and we see Charles. We see Detective Charles meet up with a former co-worker, and he was a part of the dive team. He's the head of a new location. He gets word from one of the divers that they found a body, but it's all submerged in gooey stuff in the lake and everything like that. All right, get aboard so we can bring the body up. They looking for JMO. Okay, so as they're doing this, the christening is happening. We see Terry hand over the baby. He's having flashbacks about what happened with Rock, and then they look at the baby. They pan to the baby. Look here, look here, look here, look here. That's a cute baby. That was a cutie pie baby. And I know when newborns, it takes them a minute to get the melanin. It takes them a minute to develop the features in the melanin. That baby did not look like Wanda or Terry. That baby looked Asian. That looked like an Asian baby. Is it just me, or am I tripping? Because that was not, nah. That baby looked Asian. That baby looked Asian. Okay. That baby looked Asian. I'm not tripping. That baby looked Asian, okay? So as Terry's getting his flashbacks, okay, the baby looked like it's submerged underwater. And then we see this figure, coming up from the water. And I'm like, is this Black Jesus? I'm like, is this a picture of Black Jesus? No, it's JMO. I thought it was a Black Jesus. Lord forgive me. But it was JMO. They discovered JMO's body. And girl, girl, girl. Uh-uh. So we're at the christening, and well, the christening is over. So they talking and everything like that. Here come Detective Charles and his partner. They try to bring Meech into downtown for questioning. Dad Charles, um, Daddy was like, Daddy Charles was like, you got a warrant. But Detective Charles was like, it'll be a lot easier, okay, if he cooperated with us right now. Nietzsche was like, no. So then we see Kato. Kato is getting home. She about to smoke some weed. Lamar is standing in the corner. Lamar standing in the corner. He take her, bash her head against the wall, push her down. He put the gun to her head and says, you don't have any right to be shooting your gun at me. She said, but I had to make it look real so that they can trust me, Lamar, okay? I promise you, on my daddy, okay? Lamar was like, you're lucky that I'm not going to shoot you because your father was a good dude. Now I'm thinking, like, who was her daddy? Did her daddy and Lamar work together? That's what I want to know. Or what happened? What's going on? I want to know the backstory about the daddy. So then he tells her, you ever pull your gun at me again, it's over. So then we see B Mickey. He's smoking weed. Kato knocks at the door. And out of nowhere, they just start kissing. And I said, you know what, girl, might as well use what you got. Use what you got. Do what you got to do. Just do what you got to do, girl. Do what you got to do. She asked him, do you have a condom? And he said, yeah. What color? Does it really matter what color? Does it really matter? As long as you're protected, it don't matter what color. Come on, B Mickey. Come on. I don't think the elevator is reaching too high up there, B Mickey, okay? So we see we see Meech. I had to think about it. No, we see Zoe, Monique's daughter, about to go to sleep. Lamar is telling her a story about the three little pigs. He was telling her the hood version of the three little pigs, okay? Not the original version, okay? And so he puts Zoe to sleep, and Monique is loving this whole new Lamar thing, okay? He gives her, this diamond necklace and everything like that. And then they just start doing it on the couch. Look here, Cash Doll is so pretty. Cash Doll is so pretty. Next we see Meech going over to Detective Charles' house. And Charles tells Lamar that they found J Mo's body in the river. Meech was like, I don't know what happened to him. Last time I seen him, he was alive. Well, who did it, Big Meech? Who did it? Okay, that's what Charles is asking. He was like, I don't know, but we all know it was B Mickey. So Meech, no, Charles tells him, look here, I got police, rest of the police station, they are just all over my butt, okay? They are just all over, they're all over everywhere, okay? We can't do nothing, okay? So I'm done. I'm done. Meech gives him a little bit extra money, and he tells him, look here, I need you need me way more than I need you. Okay? So we're still gonna be working together, okay? Trust and believe that. And so Charles tried to warn Meech about what's going on, but Meech ain't listening. Then we see Terry. Terry in his car, and he pulls up at a cross light, and he gets out the car, and a car pulls up right next to him. He about to pull out his gun. It's the same girl from the bar from earlier, right? The Latina girl, same bar from earlier. And that is who Rock, that's one of Rock's connections from Florida, Big L. And so she introduced herself. She says, I like the way you handled yourself, there earlier at the bar. And she told him that I only want to do business with you. I don't want to do business with your brother. I don't want anybody else. I just want to do business with you. He was like, that's cool. I just want my money up front. And she said, same with me. Shake on it. And they shook on it. Here's my thing. This is you and your brother's thing. You're about to go and do your own thing separate from your brother. Y'all supposed to be getting money together, right? But you getting your own money. I don't know how it's gonna pan out, but Let's see what's gonna happen, all right? You try to go your own way and stuff turn to go left, so we gonna see what's gonna happen, okay? So next episode, we see Detective Charles gonna talk with Pat, and Pat is gonna offer him money to work with him. Wood Harris, out of my face. Get out of my face, Wood Harris. Y'all, that was BMF. Good episode. Good episode. I will see you guys when I see you for Animal Kingdom. Finally, I'm going to do the Animal Kingdom season finale, but I'll see y'all when I see you with that, okay? Peace. I love you guys. Bye.